So yes, P0301, worst case scenario on a 2001 Ford Taurus. So I kept getting this code, and I replaced the coil pack, I replaced the plugs, swapped them over, and one of my spark plug wires, this one, had a hole in it, so I wrapped high voltage electric tape and then yellow standard electric tape around it. Started acting up again and saw how burned it was. So basically what I've got is that exhaust manifold back there next to that plug. The gasket is blown on it. I'm gonna try and get in there and see. I don't know. But yeah, you can see it's kind of blown out. So when I put this thing back together, I did not get that in properly. And so that's the issue right there. Zoom in a little bit if I can with these gloves on. Nope. But anyway, that is the issue, and that's what's causing my misfire. So I had to tear apart a lot of the engine to get back there. Intake manifold had to come off. So anyway, I hope you don't ever have this problem, but that is something to consider in case you do. So the gasket on this cylinder actually came out fairly easy. This one I can't get to come out quite yet, or the one that's blown. And I'm replacing all of them because since I've got it apart, that is the smart thing to do. So I think what I'm going to try is use this guy to slide in between there and peel those gaskets back a little bit. And I'm thinking I did not torque those bolts properly when I put this thing back together the first time. I had replaced the heads on this car, done a lot of work on it. I've got a couple other videos on this car, and I'm gonna try that, and hopefully that works better. And I'm gonna make damn sure I get those gaskets in proper alignment this time, and take my torque wrench, find the torque specification, and tighten them down properly. Okay, so there's the problem child compared to a new one. You can see the black soot from exhaust on that side of the gasket, and where it was blowing out hot gas and exhaust on this side of the gasket, which had damaged the spark plug wire. So yeah, I totally messed up when I put this thing back together, and I'll definitely be more careful this time. So one more thing I wanted to point out. When I removed this one, some of that graphite sealing material was left behind, and so I had to get this in there and scrape all that off to make sure that when the new gaskets go in that it seals properly. And another thing I did was I actually removed the top bolts on all three, so that I could get my flat blade putty knife in there to clean up those surfaces. One more thing I decided to do. I'm going to replace those bolts. Only one of them had some kind of goofed up threads. So I bought this at O'Reilly's. They come in a 4-pack, so I had to buy 2 4-packs because I want to replace all 6 bolts. And I am putting copper, high temperature copper anti-seize on them as well. I hope I never have to get back into this thing, but in case I do, it'll be a little easier to pull that apart if I need to. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver on this side of the exhaust manifold to hold it open on the driver's side of the vehicle, so that I can put the gaskets all the way over there on the passenger side and then one in the middle. So I'm going to do those first, then I'm going to remove the screwdriver out of my way. I've got a nice long pry bar here that I will use to open that back up. The light fell, wonderful. To open that back up and insert the next gasket. Nice thing about these things is it's marked where the top is. It says top. So they'll go in like this, go down on that other bolt and swing in on the top bolt. Now, I'm not gonna put the top bolt in until I have this in, and that area down here is resting on the bottom bolt, so I make sure that it's straight, and then I'll bring the top bolt in through, so I don't have a repeat of the disaster from the last time. So we'll do that and see how it works out. Okay, so the problem child, this one's first. So yeah, I got it in there, nice and straight, perfectly aligned, not sticking out. So now on to the other two. And all three are in, perfectly aligned. I did go ahead and put the top bolt in since I had it separated enough, so I didn't have to worry too much about the gasket not going into alignment with the top bolt being in the way. If you don't have the bolt in, the gasket will just fall straight through. It's kind of a pain, so don't do that. So that's where we are now. Now I'm going to look up the tightening pattern. I don't know if there's a tightening pattern. I do know the torque specification. I'll put that in right now, and hopefully the pattern as well, if there is a pattern. I would assume it would be starting in the middle, doing the middle two and then the outer two, but we'll find out. So in going and tightening down, one of the bolts was really hard to tighten down, started messing up. There's some flattening going on those threads there. So I'm gonna take a tap. I have the metric size tap for this, and I'm gonna chase those threads and clean them up, because this is not gonna be good. I can try and tighten it down, but I may not get it tightened to the proper torque because of the binding of the threads. So I'll just take a tap, run it through there, and do a better job. So I don't have a whole lot of room in here to get the handle for the tap. So I got a little small crescent wrench. I'll just get on the flats and just a little bit at a time. And then I'll also rock it back and forth. And I'll chase, it's gonna take some time, but with patience and perseverance, we'll get through it. And so I'll go through and I'll chase the threads completely in there till I see the tap come all the way through the backside on the head, and have it all cleaned out nice. And I'll put a new bolt through because that other bolt is screwed up. I ran that tap as far in as I want to, and you can kind of see some of the crap that got on there. So I've got some Croil spray that I'll run through there. You can see the anti-seize coming through back there on the manifold. Clean it out a little bit. So I'll take that tap out, run some more Croil through there, clean the threads real good, and finish putting this puppy back together. So the other bolt is doing the same thing on the back side where the problem child gasket was. Really not a problem child. Problem was me putting this shit together wrong. Anyway, yeah, that one's messed up, so I'm gonna chase the thread through that one as well. What a joy. Nice thing is I did remember that I have these tiny little wrenches, and that actually fits on there pretty good. So trick is don't drop them. I guess what I'll do is put a string on here or something, tie it around my wrist so I don't drop it. Anyway, onward. Yep, running nice and smooth now. Got it all back together. No more exhaust leak back there. And it's running nice and smooth. I am real happy now. Hopefully no more issues for a long time. I hope this was helpful for any of you. Sometimes if you have an exhaust leak and you've got a P0301 through 6 or 8 or whatever, depending on how many cylinders you have on your vehicle, make sure you ain't got a damn exhaust leak that's burning your wires. I mean, up front it would have been nice, right? It's been real easy to get to everything right here, but no, it had to be on the back side of the engine because I failed to put that in properly. Live and learn. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.